Hi guys. I want to come back and I want to do a word problem with you from chapter 1. This is on page 27. The word problem is 1-56. So on your Kindles, please open up to that and do it with me. Okay, get a piece of paper. You're going to have to write down some of these answers that we're going to get, and you do need to use a calculator. We're not going to do the math by hand on this one. We're going to use a calculator. Okay, so it's 1-56, and it says, an education can be key in higher earnings. In a U.S. Census Bureau study, high school graduates earn $30,400 per year. Okay, and then associate's degree graduates earned an average of $38,200 per year. $38,200 per year. And then a bachelor degree average earns $52,200 per year. Assuming a 50-year work life, calculate the lifetime earnings for a high school graduate, an associate's degree graduate, and a bachelor's degree graduate. So the question is, how do we calculate 50 years of earnings? Well, if this is how much they make per year, what do we need to do? We need to multiply this times 50. So 30,000 times 50 is 1,520,000. And that's how you write it. 1,520,000. And then I take for the associate's degree, you take the 38,200 times 50. So go ahead and do that on your calculator. I'll wait. Or push pause. And then you get 1,910,000. And then for the bachelor's degree graduate, again, 52,200 times 50 on your calculators, and you get 2,610,000. Seems like a lot of money, but in a lifetime, you got to think of a lifetime. 50 years, that's 50 years of buying a house and having kids and putting them to school, putting them to college. Anyway, now the second part of the question is, they want to know what the difference is between an AA degree and a high school degree for a lifetime. So what do we need to do to figure that out? If you said subtract, you are correct. So now we need to take that associate's degree amount for a lifetime, 1,910,000, and subtract the high school amount, 1,520,000. Now, we're not doing subtraction the manual way. We're going to go ahead and use our handy-dandy calculators. So, 1,910,000 minus 1,520,000 equals, the difference is 390,000. So the difference between a high school graduate and an associate's degree graduate in a lifetime would be 390,000. Okay? Now, the second part of the question is they want to know what the difference between a bachelor's degree graduate and an associate's degree graduate. So again, what do we need to do? We need to subtract, right? The bachelor's degree is 2,610,000 minus the associate's degree amount, 1,910,000. Okay? And we get 2,610,000 minus 1,910,000 equals an even 700,000. So that is the answer to problem I-56. So go along with the video, work the problem with me as I'm going through it, do the multiplication, and then do the subtraction. Okay? We'll go on to the next problem in a few minutes. Okay guys, I'm back. We're going to do another word problem. Same chapter, chapter 1, page 27. This one is 1-58. We're going to do this one. What this one is asking, if you look at it, please look at the book with me as we're doing this in your Kindles. It's asking what the total average of number of visits to these websites. And I didn't list what websites they were, but I listed the numbers. That's the important information. So for Orbitz.com, it was 1,527,000. MyPoints.com, it's 1,356,000. For AmericanGreeting.com, it's 745,000. It's BidsRates.com, 503,000. And Half.com is 397,000. Okay, so I just wrote the numbers up here. So we have to average. It wants to know what the average number of visits are. So if you remember how to average what it is you need to do. Well, first of all, I want to make things a little simpler. If you notice that all three of them are in the over 1,000. We have the 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So let's eliminate those because we don't need them right now. We'll bring them back later. Okay? So we'll put them aside. Just take those and put them aside over here. Okay, now we're going to deal with these numbers because it's the same. Once we get through with these numbers, we can bring the thousands back. So what do? In order to average? Well, if you don't know how to average, the first thing you need to do is you need to add all the components. So we add these numbers together. So with your calculators, please do this with me. And again, you don't need to do the zeros, just the numbers over here. So 1,527 plus 1,352. Oh, sorry. 1,527 plus 1,356 plus 745 plus 503 plus 397 equals. That's going to give us 4,528. Now, can anybody tell me what the next step is? Well, how many components did we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, what do we do with this number? If you said we divide by 5, you are correct. So see how much easier it is to not deal with these numbers over here? Just kind of put them away and deal with them later. Okay, so let's get the calculators out. And again, we're going to do this with the calculator. We're going to take 4,528 divided by 5 equals 905.6. So we're going to go ahead and get those thousands back. We have that 6 there as part of that. So take that 6 as part of that first 1,000 and add the 2 zeros. So how much is it? The average of these visits is 905,600. Okay, just added the zeros back. So the average, so you add the components together, then you divide by how many components you have by 5, and that gives you an average. And that was 9,500.6, and then we just added the thousands back, and so we got 905,600. Okay? Let me show you an easier one, real quick. This is not in the book, but I just a little easier one to show me how to do an average. So let's take scores. Let's say grade scores. Let's say student 1 gets an 88%, student 2 gets a 72, student 3 gets a 63, student 4 gets 100. Okay? And somebody asked me, hey, what's the average score that your class got? Well, what am I going to do? I'm going to take my handy-dandy calculator and I'm going to add these components together. Okay? I have 88 plus 72 plus 63 plus 100. That gives me 323. Then what do? How many components do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So divide that by 4. Divided by 4 equals 80.75. So the average my class got was 80.75%. See how that works? Again, this was not one of your homework problems, but I wanted to do a simpler problem to show you how to do an average. Okay? All right. See you next time. Bye. Okay, here I'm back again. We're going to do another word problem. This is page 28, 1-60. Another word problem. Okay, let's read it. It says, a report from the Center for Science in the Public Interest, a consumer group based in Washington, D.C., released a study listing calories of various ice cream treats sold by 6 of the largest ice cream companies. The highest calorie treat tested by the group was 1,270 calories. Okay? People need roughly 2,200 to 2,500 calories per day. Using the daily average, how many additional calories should a person consume after eating the ice cream? That's a bad diet if you're eating that much in ice cream. Anyway, okay. So what they want to know is, first of all, what is the average? So I have two numbers here, 2,200 and 2,500. So we need to average those two numbers. So remember how we do that? Our handy-dandy calculator. You take 2,200, right, and add it to the 2,500. 2,200 plus 2,500, and we get 4,700. Okay? Then remember, we need to divide by how many components we have. Well, how many components do we have here? We have 1, 2, only 2. So we're going to divide 4,700 by 2. So that gives us 2,350. Okay? So now they want to know, after you've eaten the ice cream, how many more calories do you need to consume to meet the average amount that you're supposed to have? Well, the average amount is the 2,350. So we're going to take that. How do we find the answer to that? Well, if you said subtract, you are right. Okay. So we actually did 3 things. We added, we divided, now we're subtracting. So 2,000, my 2 looked like a 3 there, sorry. 2,350 minus 1,270. Okay? So 2,350 minus 1,270 equals 1,080. So they need to consume 1,080. That's about a Big Mac right there. So they ate a bowl of ice cream and a Big Mac. They're done for the day. Okay, so that's your answer. So the first thing we do is we added the 2 together, then we divided to get our average, and then we had to subtract what we got from the amount that they got from the ice cream. And so that is your answer. Okay? Thanks. That's it. Okay, I'm going to do one more with you. This one is on page 28, same page, and this is 1-62. Okay, another word problem. This one, Ron Alf, owner of Alf's Moving Company, bought a new truck. On Ron's first trip, he drove 1,200 miles, 1,200 miles. and he used 80 gallons of gas. Okay? How many miles a gallon did Ron get from his new truck? Okay, that's the first part of the question. So, what do we do to get our answer? We don't multiply. What do? We must divide. So we have to divide that 1,200 by 80. Actually, that should be backwards. So 1,200 by 80. So yes, use your calculators. The computer age, we need to use calculators. 1,200, use the tools that you have, divided by 80 equals 15. So what they're saying is, this person got 15 miles per gallon. Okay? The second part of the question is, on Ron's second trip, he rode 840 miles. Okay? And used 60 gallons of gas. Okay? So we're going to do the same thing. In order to figure out how much he needed a 60 gallon. What's the difference in miles? Okay, so we divide the 840 by the 60. 840 divided by 60 equals 14. So now the second part of the question is, where am I? What's the difference in miles per gallon between Ron's first trip and his second trip? Well, do I really need to do this math by a calculator? Can you tell me what the difference is between 15 and 14? It is 1 mile per gallon, okay? So that's a simple solution to that one. So I'll do some more tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to work on chapter 2, the fractions. So I'll put out a video tomorrow night, probably doing some addition and subtraction of fractions, and then maybe some multiplication, division. Okay? See you next time.